Hello everyone, welcome back to the Beginner's Guide to SMITE Assassins. This is Slash. A really brief thing, pardon me for not uploading yesterday. My father fell at work, hit his head, went to the hospital. He is fine. He will be fine. They just wanted to take him to the hospital in case he had an aneurysm or a concussion or something. But he is fine. But yeah, that was kind of exciting. Which is also why I didn't upload yesterday. But with that out of the way, your goals in Slash as an assassin slash jungler are a little bit more specific than they are in Conquest, which, if you're new to jungling, this is actually a really good thing. Jungling in Conquest is fairly ill-defined, as I've mentioned previously, where you're just kind of wandering through the jungle, dropping buffs for your allies, and ganking when you can, ideally the enemy's damage dealers. And then you kind of transition out of that into just purely focusing on killing the enemy damage dealers, which is fine. Now, in Slash, it's mildly different in that your primary responsibility is to make sure your team gets the Juggernauts. Now, the interesting catch here is that you're not always necessarily going to be there. You are an assassin. You are going to die maybe more often than you would like. And obviously, whoever's near the Juggernaut should be going for it, but technically, as the assassin, it is your job. Another really important part of your job is killing the enemy squishies, which is actually made a little bit easier in Slash, because people tend to teleport to the Juggernauts when they do happen. So it's actually really a lot better for the assassin to not attack Juggernauts within reason, and to wait and see if the enemy damage dealers push with the Juggernaut, because very often the enemy hunters will do that. They will teleport to the Juggernaut, and they will try to take out a tower or something with the Juggernaut. That's typically how that goes. So if you are feeling particularly cunning, or particularly aggressive, I suppose, or you just are having a really hard time locking down the enemy damage dealers, it actually isn't a bad idea to not go for the enemy Juggernauts when they spawn, and instead try to use them to lure out the enemy damage dealers. I've seen mages occasionally do that, but more often than not, the enemy assassins, the enemy hunters, they will teleport to their Juggernaut in an effort to help push down towers faster. It's usually not the tanks. If the tanks do teleport to the Juggernaut, they're planning a whole team fight for whatever your next tower is, which you still will want to lie in wait, because you're not going to want to go on to the enemy tanks, obviously, as an assassin. It's their job to stop you. So it's kind of... It works out for you either way as an assassin. Now, in this particular case, they have two front lines, with Fenrir probably being front line because they have two assassins. Yeah, he's building hybrid there. They only have one ranged in Neath. Interesting. This is going to be a tough match for me, because they only have one heavily squishy target. Alright, we're getting slapped over here. I didn't need to beats that. In all honesty, that was a goof on my part. I had no need to beats that. I was going to say beef that, but... So this is going to be a fairly tough match for me. I'm going to want to build fairly heavy on the damage. Normally, assassins want to build a kind of hybrid. They're going to splash in some defense, they're going to splash in some damage. It's generally what they want to see there. Ganesh, you have grossly underestimated my ally's ability to slap Bellona. Oh, hello, Alquang. Would you not? Thanks. Unfortunately, they did get Xingqian from that, but... Ooh, that was a spicy little move, wasn't it now? Can we get the Fenrir? Did he move back far enough for me to get him? No. I made a mistake. I got that was a bad move. I got way too aggressive with that one. In all honesty. Zoinks. Alright, so I know we still picked up a kill. We're still doing alright, it's fine. Definitely a mistake, though. Alright, so now we're, not laning anymore. We've got the advantage in lanes, so I'm going to come back here. I'm going to clear out all these camps, and I mean all of them. That is right now my goal. Persephone helping me is just a bonus. I'll go ahead and grab that. Trying to see if they need help right here. Yeah, we're going to have to interrupt this. There's a lot going down over here. Nope. I moved too late on that one. I can't believe that worked. That absolutely should not have. That's the oldest trick in the book. Backstep until you get your escape up and you escape past them. Oldest trick almost never works, but he's so focused. He'd already used his jump, so there's no way he was chasing me, so I knew that was going to... I knew if he wasn't paying attention, it would work. Let me put it that way, and he just wasn't. It was weird. I'm very surprised. There we go. Looks like we'll pick up the damage camp as a result of winning that fight. And we didn't win in like, oh, we got more kills. Now, we won because we did more damage. All of their damage was concentrated on me. Our damage dealer, Persephone and Vamon, were pretty fine. They did some good damage overall. I can pick that up. I have speed buff. It's all you, Vamon. Really. Go for it. Alright. Holy cow, they're gonna get slapped back there. What are they doing? You could have easily stopped that, Ganesh. What are you doing? Denied. No, we need to... No, I didn't do that so we could keep fighting. I did that so you can get out of dodge. Holy cow. Alright, I'm looking at that Ao Kuang. What are you doing? Punk? What was she doing? Hello? That's right. Use that escape. What are you bringing on, Ganesh? Come on, Punk. You're insane. She's got a weave right there. We're going to see if we can get this. Risk it all. Come on. Bad move. Okay. You did not just goof that. Shoot. I mean, he still got me, but I can't believe he goofed the ult. I badly pre-beatsed that. That was way too early, and he still goofed it? Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, we should probably get Hydra's Lament. But first, I need some penetration. They have a lot of tankier people. They've got Fenrir, they've got Ganesh, they've got Bologna. He's even splashing in a little bit of protections here. I'm going to need that penetration early. Give me 4 seconds. Never mind. Mine. All mine. She made a mistake. She backflipped too early. Can we save Vamon's life? Yeah, we can. Love to see it. That's my boy right there. Alright. I don't know why I'm getting shot, but okay. Sure. Ah, no. I really can't afford this. Can we not do this? That's fantastic. You slithering snake. Yeah, that was good. That was good. She played that well. I really need my penetration. Ah, so close. Just use your wave. I mean, that works too, but... She has that wave she can send out. I don't know why she didn't use it. Unless it was on cooldown, which is distinctly possible. That would explain that. But I didn't think she used that at that time. I thought she still had that up. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's not good. Alright. What are we doing here? Does Persephone need saving? Nah, he bailed. Alright. That was hideous. What am I doing? No, I didn't think so. I knew she's still... excuse me? Oh, Kwong, you feeling alright? Oh, there you are. Oh, and Fenrir's back here too, excuse me? I really need the Crusher, honestly. You're still staying around to fight. What are you guys, nuts? Good play, good play. She does that every time. Don't even think about it, Bologna. Back off. Can we kill him? Is that a kill? Bye. Say goodbye to your ult. She's gonna need help. I can't help her. I tried. That's about all I had. I desperately need this pen. There we go. And I think I need Blink more than anything else. Okay. We're gonna need to step in there. Try and save out Kwong. This is gonna be tough. Yeah, it was kind of effective. Ouch. I didn't have enough, I'm sorry. That was fire. That was absolute fire. It really was. They're all coming in hot, though. I'm not going to give up so easily. What are you doing, punk? That's what I thought. No, you don't. Oh, nice play. That was actually really good. She predicted that I was going to do that as a method of survival, and she just compensated. That was fantastic. It really was. That was a fire move. I need protections. I need something. I don't have much options. I'm going to go for shifters. I just want a little bit of protections here to just kind of even me out, but I want something that still deals damage because, like I said, the enemy is a little tankier than normal in their comp. I'm going to want Brawler's Beat Stick at some point. They all self-heal, except for Ganesh. Yeah. And I want to finish up with, the hell is it called? Heartseeker, that's the one. You're going to dive this? That's what I thought. Why is True just back there? How did you get back there without anyone noticing? That's the... I'm asking the hard-hitting questions out here. What? How did she get back there? I need to interrupt this. Am I too late? No. Oh, that was fire. I just got slapped. Don't even think about it, Fenrir. That was a mistake. That was not a mistake. Ooh. Okay, good. They killed Ao Kuang, which is hugely important. They're chasing me so hard right now. Alright, I made it out of that somehow, but at what cost? Hello. Is she still backing back there? No, she's not. Alright. Boom. I was just barely goofed that, but it was close enough to help out here. I'm not going to be able to get Crusher. I have other things I need to be picking up. Thorns. That was a good play. That was an excellent counteraction by Persephone right there. Actually, I could get the Crusher. I know how I can fit that in. I won't be able to get Hydra's Lament, but... No, I can't. I can't fit that in. I need Brawler's Beat Stick. There's just no way I can go without that. I need the anti-heal. Good. I'm only backing because I can just come over here and teleport to one of the two Juggernauts. I'm not really slapping people down over there. That's really nice to see. Oh, we actually take this because we have 2 Juggernauts here. Nice. We just back out of here really quick. Why it's going for Persephone, I'll never know, but sure. Nope. I'm sorry. I tried to save him. I'm gonna die. Nope, she just saved our lives. I didn't want to do that way, thank you. It gives me a heart attack every time because of the noise it makes. It's a spooky noise, what can I say? They can take the speed camp, I really don't care. It's all theirs, they can have it. Alright. And... peekaboo. You're gonna backflip. I'm gonna stun and wall you off. Probably gonna die for it, but that's fine. Here we go. Yep. I thought so. I mean, there was nothing I could... I probably actually, in retrospect, I should have built towards attack speed. I probably still could, to be honest. Most of what I've got here still works with attack speed. I build the Crusher? No. I don't know. So tough. Yeah, I still want Brawler's Beatstick, though. I'm still gonna want that either way. I might switch to Berserker's Shield for my, mild bit of physical protections. But I accomplished my goal in that fight, which is to get the Neith killed. Ideally, I would have killed her and gotten out alive. That's how you want to be as an assassin. You want to get the kill. You know, kill the enemy damage dealers, get out alive. That's the goal. At the very least, I traded me for her, so that's at least minimally what you want to see as an assassin. Even if you die and you don't get the kill, if somebody else picks it up afterwards, that's good enough. Yeah? Boom. Nope. Nope, nope. Run, dude. What are you doing, guy? Oh, he is so dead. Although Fenrir just massively whiffed that. Nope. Get out. Get away from me, punk. Ah, just a second more, I would have been able to get out of there alive. I need Brawler's Beatstick, definitely. That's unfortunate. Let me see here. No, I'm going to stick with the abilities. I'm going to get Heartseeker. I'll still probably switch Shifter's Shield for Berserker's Shield. Because I want that penetration. The power spike doesn't hurt. It gives me more consistent physical protections. I mean, their only real source of major magic damage is Ao Kuang, so as long as he dies first, I don't really... I mean, yes, Ganesh slaps a little hard, but he's not building specifically damage, so I'm not as concerned about it. We just gotta save him on. Is that? Yeah, it is. Okay, he's dead. You weren't stunned by that? Pardon me? Oh, I didn't even get it off. Never mind. Do you actually need me back there? I can't tell. I guess, yeah. Okay. Whoop, that was a good play. I'm gonna die to Neith. Here we go. I'm gonna die to... I just didn't want Ao Kuang healing off of me. I don't mind dying there. When I was the potential for Ao Kuang to... No, we're not gonna do this. First off, I'm not level 20. First off, I'm an idiot. Second off, Yeah, we're just gonna have to go for it. Oh, we won. Okay, never mind then. I don't have to worry about it. Okay, so I didn't do particularly great. I did okay overall. I've done better as an assassin. But I did well enough to indicate to you the general idea of assassins, what you're trying to accomplish. I didn't get to set any Juggernaut booby traps, but quite frankly, again, that was mostly because there was a dearth of actual full-on damage dealers. They only had Neith, and she was clearly not going to be teleporting to a Juggernaut alone. I don't even think they had a Juggernaut that was in a position to encourage them to teleport to, in all honesty. They never got one up very far. But you'll see where the Fenrir went way too tanky too early, and you'll see he did not do particularly well, right? Ao Kwang, he went pretty heavy on the damage, and he did okay. It doesn't have as... My ult is a little bit easier to use. Mine is unconditional, right? He has to have someone near death to really get the most out of his ult. There are pros and cons to that. But it's a situational ult. Well, I'm not even... Situational is the wrong word. Conditional. For it to be truly effective. But I don't have that problem. I actually... To my credit... Not to my credit. To their credit, they had 2 targets to go after, which would be Persephone and Tribdis. And Tribdis is incredibly hard to lock down. The Persephone was an extremely good player. Her waiting to use the dash until Fenrir brutalized right after I stole that Juggernaut, that was fantastic. That was strong awareness out of the Persephone, and that was just really good gameplay, very good game awareness on her. She was fire. Tribdis, like I said, is hard to lock down. I only had to worry about Neith, and Neith is very predictable. When she backflips, she only backflips a certain distance. It is the same distance every time. There is no variation on her backflip. A lot of people consider Neith to be very strong, and in some ways she is, but she is also incredibly predictable. I'll talk more about that one day when I do a series on Neith, and the pros and cons of Neith as a character. But you could see where every time she backflipped, I knew where she was going to go. When I ganked her, when that incident where I traded my life for hers, I didn't kill her, but somebody else picked her. I think it was Viman who picked her up. And I was talking about how that's at least minimally what you want as an assassin. Yeah, that moment there, once I landed on her and I did as much damage as I could, she still had enough health to backflip. I knew where she was going to wind up. You could see where I had everything lined up. She's very predictable, so I had an easier time playing as an assassin in this particular mode anyways. Now, you'll also notice that none of the assassins did particularly well in gold. Ao Kwang did, but he was absolutely slapping in terms of actual kills and everything. But Fenrir was behind in gold. I was behind in gold, comparatively speaking, and the primary reason why is because a certain amount of your time is spent wandering around the jungle, clearing the camps and dropping those buffs for your allies. The mana buffs are actually pretty useful in Slash because they ensure that your mage and your support have the mana they need to A, deal damage, and B, save lives, respectively. But as a result, you're not getting as much wave. You're not getting as many of the waves. You're losing out on at least some of the waves, unless you're supremely coordinated. But that's very difficult to do in Slash because the situation changes so often. Suddenly you've got a Juggernaut wandering down that lane, and the waves are all messed up because they've stopped to fight the Juggernaut, and the Juggernaut dies after it's like 2/3 of the way through the wave. It gets messy. In the early game, it isn't really that messy, but there's so much that you need to do as a jungler. There's 3 camps. There's the middle camp that you're trying to keep an eye on. You're trying to figure out, whether or not you can get away with going for the first Juggernaut, the first wild Juggernaut. There's a lot going on, and it's pretty tough to coordinate that. And with practice, you probably can get that down. I know conceptually how it's supposed to go, but I don't play Assassins consistently enough in Slash to have that down to a pattern. But like I said, if you play Assassins enough in Slash, you will find that pattern, or at least the rough semblance of them. As I've stated in Conquest many times, after the first 2-3 minutes, jungle is so wildly random because of the various disparate actions that each side takes that you'll never find a 100% followable pattern. You will at most be able to find a rough path that you can follow to get your farm optimal, or as optimal as you can manage in whatever situation you find yourself in. And that's that's basically how that just has to go. You're never going to truly achieve, like I said, a 100% pattern that's going to work every single time. You have to be adaptable. You have to, be there to take out the enemy damage dealer, like I was with Neith in this case. And to some extent Ao Kuang. You have to be there to do that, right? So ultimately that's where what you're looking to do as an assassin. It's not too different from Conquest. It's basically a slimmed down, a bit easier to understand. It's more focused in on killing enemy targets. The jungle is more of a footnote. It's important that you drop the buffs. It's more important that you get the Juggernaut, but you don't necessarily always need to be the one dropping those. It's more of, that's what you do between trying to get the enemy damage dealers killed, basically. If you're looking to practice being a jungler, Slash is a great place to start for that reason. Especially if you play one assassin consistently in Slash, you can really get a feel for their ganking ability, their kits, when you can get in and kill somebody and get out, or when you're just looking to make the trade because taking out the enemy mage or the enemy ADC is more important than you being alive. It really depends on the situation. And that's what it's all basically going to come down to. Is it worth me trading for the enemy ADC if that keeps my supports alive longer, who in turn will keep my damage dealers alive longer, right? It's things like that. So you have to, with practice, let me rephrase that. With practice, you will learn to figure out what is a good trade, what you can get away with in terms of assassinating people in the middle of a fight, what fights are good and bad that you want to get into, what fights you want to enter normally, and what fights you want to enter, the enemy backline. It really depends. Like I said, it's a situational thing every time, and that just comes with practice. But if you're looking to get into jungling, or you're looking to get into assassins, Slash is the place to start. It's pretty easy to find setups as an assassin in Slash. You saw how easy it was for me to get just pretty good ults overall. I wasn't even trying that hard to get really good ults with Thor. Not all of them were really good, some of them were mediocre. Some of them were good, some of them were fantastic. That one towards the end there where I made the trade, that was a 3-man stun, that was pretty good. You get a grip for what the assassin's about and how to go about ganking and jungling, at least a rudimentary form of jungling, and then you can take that into Conquest where you have more to do, but at least you have a groundwork, right? So with that being said, thank you all very much for joining me. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, ideas, suggestions, or requests, please leave them down in the comment section below. And as always, thank you very much for joining me, and have a great 24 hours.